Hello, beautiful people. It's been a while, maybe. Anyway, I'm about to discuss some things that I normally don't discuss on any media platform, but today I am. So, there's so much going on, and I don't know if everyone is paying attention. There are people paying attention, but I don't think everyone is paying attention. So much is going on that's going to affect our life. I mean, we have things that have already taken place that have affected our life emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. That happened about, 5 years ago? I mean, our whole life changed. Whether you felt it, whether you acknowledge it or not, it was changing. And it has changed. Even though we have forgotten because we're not experiencing what happened several years ago, there are still things that's going to affect us today. And so many levels. I think the stress of so many people have gone up from that time of the flu, illness, whatever you want to call it, COVID, because I don't know if I say this word, if I'm going to be deleted. So, in the same token, cancel culture. So this word had been floating around for several years. I forgot what year it actually began, but it was not part of our vocabulary. And if we pay attention to things that are being put in our face and words that have been added to our vocabulary as part of our speech, as we're canceling people, I believe that word canceling, cancel culture, is a way to desensitize us and detaching us from empathy, compassion, mercy, and grace towards people. We all have sinned. We all have messed up. We all have done things that is worthy of death because the wages of sin is death, right? But we're still here. Why? Because God offers us mercy and grace. And we are privileged and blessed to receive that, because it had not been for the grace and the mercy of God, not one person living today would be alive today, no matter how holy you think you are. So in this cancer culture, somebody that does something that we're not struggling with, somebody that does something that we're no longer doing, somebody that's doing something that we feel is the worst thing upon the land, we're ready to cancel them. What other, if we did a thesaurus, what other words we could fill in that word? Cancel, delete, execute, eliminate, get rid of, remove. And so we're doing that. So what makes us think that it won't be taken further? Right now, we're just canceling people from their jobs, getting them removed from their jobs, getting them removed from whatever, and we could feel like it's justified. So it takes me back to a Bible story where the lady who was caught in adultery, the cancel culture people came to cancel her, to get rid of her, what? Physically, to delete her, to KIL, because I don't know what we can say and cannot say on these platforms. I feel like we're getting into Hitler days with this censorship thing. But to delete her, to cancel her because she got caught. They didn't get caught, but imagine if they had got caught. Would they want the same result? Mistake? If they made the same mistake, if they made the same foolish choices, or, not a choice, or making choices, or saying things that wasn't thought through. And if they could take it back, they would take it back because it was a foolish moment, a foolish situation that they spoke out of, true context of what they really meant. But anyway, they wanted to delete her, cancel her. And Jesus said, those who have cast the first stone, those who are without sin, to cast the first stone. Imagine if he said that today with the people that are trying to cancel people. You who without mistakes, you who without common sense, you who without sin, cast the first stone. How many of us would be casting stones? No, not one of us. And so we have to be careful with these words that are floating around, how it's making us to be unempathetic, not sympathetic, and not have grace and mercy and offering forgiveness towards people. And yes, there's consequences for our actions. And so if we do something wrong, we may lose our job. If we hurt somebody in a place where it is not right, there's consequences for that. But when the whole world or whole group of people coming together to say, hey, let's cast stones on this person, not so good, because then our hearts are growing cold. And then there's these other words that's floating around, like when somebody dies, that person expired. Are there canned corn that was on the shelf that need to be thrown out because it expired? I mean, are they canned goods? What do you mean expired? Or what's another word? They have been deleted, and eliminating the word that actually should be there. Delete. What do you mean delete? I delete a text message. I don't delete people. So it's these words to me are like almost detaching us from humanity. So I'm mindful of what's going on, and there's so much more that is being put in our face and highlighted, and you see the cluster of people that are fighting over someone they have no relationship with, as if they know them. I see people get in arguments because somebody called Beyonce fat. They're defending Beyonce, and like as if Beyonce can't defend Beyonce. I've seen people from Democrats and Republicans fighting over each other over a president that don't even know their name, that don't even know they exist, and at the end of the day really cares about his bottom line than about the individuals that are fighting for them. Come on. How many of us care that much for somebody else that we don't know, let alone somebody we see on the screen that we don't know? And so the fight is like, do they even know why they're fighting or defending? For what? I mean, and until that individual really exactly affects or pays your bills, literally, are the reason why you are able to eat, to have food on your back. I mean, literally, not figuratively, but literally, if you got sick on your dying bed, they'll be there to take care of your whole family. We're fighting over people really, or defending people really that we don't know, and we're attacking another individual over somebody we never met, don't even know our name or even that we even exist, and we're fighting over what? And now anytime somebody says something online, there's a comment about it, there's an argument, there's a debate. Guys, why? Why are we so bothered? Why are we so distracted? And so when I see some of these things, I look at it like I can have comments on what people say, but it's like, why? I may have a conversation about my husband, like, man, I feel sorry for these people, or I don't agree with what this person said, or man, that's what they said wasn't, good. But to have arguments with people, I wouldn't even have an argument with my husband, because once I see we're not on the same page, or maybe a comment that somebody made, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm going to end it here because this doesn't add to my life nor take away. So we got to pay attention to what's going on. More division, more people being angry, upset, stressed. The climate of where we're living, in which we're living in, is somewhat scary, because I see the coldness of people's heart happening more and more. The isolation, the strife. And then this person I don't even know that unfortunately has passed away because of someone, whoever that person is, that let Satan use him to do a heinous crime. And people are arguing over that. Why? Why? Every day we come across people that we don't agree with at our workplace, in our homes, in our family members, within friends, within church. I don't know, but I can see there's some things deeper than what we're seeing on the surface. While we're arguing about the things that's on the surface, there's something deeper happening, and we're distracted with the smoke screens, smoke and mirrors. And so what I encourage everyone, instead of fighting and debating over what somebody said, that doesn't change your physical situation, why don't you just pray? Pray for everybody. Pray for yourself. Pray for everybody. Just everybody. Pray for the whole world. Pray for the people in leadership. Pray for the government. Because stuff is about to hit the fan and we ain't ready. We're not ready because our focus is not where it should be. And asking, Lord, am I right with you? Am I living according to the way that you want me to? And help me in the areas where I'm weak. And help me to develop a closer walk with you, because nothing's going to get me ready for what's about to take place in this world. Nobody's ready for next year. Nobody's ready for 28, 27, 29, 30. And I'm talking about 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030. Within those years, there are things that are brewing to change our whole world. And we're in the brink of it. It's just ready for the time is just waiting for it to just blow up in our face. And so our real focus should be to look up to the hills from which cometh our help, to look up and to look within and to examine ourselves and to seek the word like it was hidden treasures. To search the scriptures to see what it says, to have God be the teacher. As you draw closer to him, he says he'll draw closer to us, right? As we draw closer to him. And the more we search him out, the more we behold him, we become and change into his likeness. And then we won't be worried about what he, she, her, him, they are doing, saying. Unless God has put you in a place, leading you with the Holy Spirit to say something or do something. Because other than that, it's going to be imposing itself. And if it is not God leading, then it can only be another spirit, and that spirit is of Satan. And it won't look like the character of Christ, which is love, mercy, compassion, forgiveness. And when he is stepping on your toes, it is done with love, mercy, grace, compassion. He is long-suffering. And we should be striving to be like him. And the only way we could be like him is sitting at his feet and learning of him, for he is meek and lowly. So when I look at what's going on in the world, I just say, Lord, help me. Help me to draw closer to you so that I have the love of God within me. And I pray that for my family, and I pray that for everyone, because we need Jesus. We do. No matter if you think you have him, you think you know him, you think you love him, or you don't. We need him more now than we did before. Every day we need him more. So anyway, that's my rant. I need to put that out there. And I just hope everybody's doing okay. We living in stressful times because so many things are happening. People are losing jobs. And it's not the first time people are losing jobs, but things are so much higher now, so much more expensive, that people are now, again, robbing Peter to pay Paul. I think we're going to get to the point where we're robbing Peter and Paul, right? So where you feel there's no hope and you're sick and tired of being tired, I think the only resting arm that we have is Jesus. So rest in him, depend on him, call on him, seek his promises, look for scriptures that have his promises, and let God know that you know those promises and that you're going to hold them to it, and that you're waiting and believing that he will deliver you. And while you wait for that deliverance and whatever that is, you'll patiently wait in faith, claiming the promises and singing his praises and saying thank you. So I'm going to share more. I'm going to do some more videos and preparing for what's to come and how we can prepare physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Yeah, I think it's time. All right, until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.